Kevin appears to still be evil. These guys are very similar. They're gonna eat themselves to death, basically. Nothing like taking your dog out to go plant a commemorative poop garden. So we got 1.5 arms and we're farming with them. Guess we'll head over now to pick poggers up from being neutered. What's up, Epic Fortnite, Imposter, Amoga, Sussy, RuneScape, James, Chungus, Simpsters, Goofsters, Gaffsters, and Kevin Simps. Here's your update after a week and a half of me doing Christmas things with my family. Kevin appears to still be evil. As you can see, he still is attacking the fence. I went ahead and fed these other guys real quick. A lot of the grass is starting to grow back, which is really nice. It's doing an okay job. The animals aren't just destroying it. The grass over there is really doing well. Pretty soon we'll be able to let those guys out there to graze. Looks like the roof kind of caved in over here a little bit. Gonna need to clean a lot of this stuff. My hand is healing up really well from the surgery. It looks like the animals got into the toilet paper. I think one of my pet sitters left the gate open and then poggers got out, and then the Humane Society right down the road grabbed them. Okay, looks like the chickens and some of the ducks have been laying a ton of eggs here in the corner. That's really cute. Okay, this makes a lot of sense. This is where poggers was getting out. It's just me now, so because of my injury, if Kevin comes up on me and starts to attack me, I'm just gonna go ahead and slap him. I'm gonna go ahead and clean all this stuff up. Okay, looks like Kevin's starting to hurt himself by attacking this thing, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull him off. Okay. Get out of here, Kevin. Back up. I got surgery, so it's not that bad for me to be able to use it like this, as long as I'm just using my thumb, but still, I don't think I should be doing this. Really just don't want to open up my stitches again, but look, he's made himself bleed from that, so. At the end of the day, Kevin's a real stinker, but I love and care about him. I don't want him to hurt himself from even attacking the fence, even if it means he's just going to turn around and attack me like he is right now. But okay, yep, grass is growing in pretty well, looks like. Some of the ducks have just kind of been hopping the fence because I'm sure there's lots more bugs and other little vegetation that they can eat over on this side. It's not that big of a deal. They might also be a little bit scared of Queen. Like I said, poggers usually keeps Queen in line if she wants to attack any of the little ducks. And she's a precious little bean. Look at her. This little turkey fella just kind of walks up to me and takes a little squat. And then he stares at me with these cute little eyes. I don't know what he's doing. Maybe he's taking a little poop or something? Oh, sure hope Karen doesn't run away. Cleaning this thing out is probably the dirtiest job I have here on the farm. The animals obviously really like this when I dump this out, and so does the grass. But what stinks is that I can't use my hand at all. And the one thing the doctor said was don't get it dirty. With this injury, basically everything that I do on the farm is on hard mode. This video is just farm chores, but on veteran difficulty. But the bottom half of this mural is done. It looks pretty nice. Thank you, Kat, for helping us with that. The whole property's starting to look really cute, you guys. Pretty soon, once this is all painted, I'm gonna get a nice little fence set up right here. We might even be able to get a little barn or another little shed right here so we can have some chickens and other things like that in here, and then just more storage. As you can see, I was trying to burn this stump here just so we can get something in here a little bit more easily. When that windstorm came through, these things ended up flying off the roof, but I can go ahead and go back up there and put them back up. Shouldn't be too hard. I'm gonna kind of walk these guys around. That's probably the easiest way, and then we're gonna get them back there where there's a lot more grass. I tell you what though, guys, it is kind of nice to let them free range for the first time ever. Look at this, walking them out to the pasture. Pretty soon we'll have a gate right there. That way we can open the gate up and then just take them straight from this little pasture area over to the big pasture area, and that's gonna be fun. All right, you can't get through there, buddy. You're too thick. Oh, Jagger boys in my leg. Very nice. Okay, looks like here's another spot where poggers was digging out, or another animal was digging in. Look at that. Something just kind of dug right up under there. I'm gonna try and get another piece of this cattle panel and then put it right there and then bury it a little bit. The grass is growing back pretty well here. I would love it if someone would reach out to me and see if they could help us finish this fence. That would be very nice. Please, someone reach out to us and help us finish this fence. The other folks canceled on us, and now they're not gonna be able to do it. We just need some fellas that can drive in T-posts, so if you know how to do that, that'd be phenomenal. But there's plenty of food for these little guys out here when it comes to bugs and other little leaves and stuff. It's 70-something degrees right now. I'll get them back over there in a bit, but for now I'm just gonna go ahead and work on fixing that fence and cleaning everything. This privacy fence held up pretty well. Looks like that gate is starting to sag back in there a little bit. I can fix that. We brought this little shelf back here for the greenhouse. That's gonna look really nice in there. The greenhouse is working well too because there's no water or anything in here. So we're gonna be able to set that up pretty soon. Looks like some of this ryegrass grew in pretty decently too, which is kind of nice. What's funny is I used to kind of be scared of letting all the animals out to this little middle area here because I thought they would get away. Then I realized they all do it anyways whenever they want. Now that we fixed that gate, they can't really get through there either. This is going to be a whole new series called Farming with One Arm. Half a arm farming, 1.5 arms farming challenge. 1.5 arms. We got 1.5 arms and we're farming with them. We're farming with 1.5 arms. 1.5 arms. Look at this little adorable blue head. And whenever I start making noises, they just like to scream. Darth Vader flew out there and now he's hanging out with those other little guys and he's protecting them. Somebody reached out to me in an email and said, hey, we'll take Darth Vader off your hands. So, and honestly, you guys, I might take that. I love him, but I think it's time for him to find a new home. Especially now the old Uncle Ben has a broken hand. It's going to be a lot harder for me to feed as many mouths. But Angel Wing and Bing Bong seem to be doing pretty well. They're swimming around and having a little bit of fun. They have gotten a lot better at flying too. So they're always up at the top of here hanging out with the other guys. So it looks like before Poggers got out, he got into the potatoes. I'm going to go ahead and plant these in the back where John kept pooping and burying his poops, even though I told him he could poop in the house. This way we'll have a commemorative garden for John made of name of pinto beans, one sweet potato, and a bunch of normal potatoes. My little way of saying thanks, John. We love you. We appreciate you. I'm going to plant these things right on top of your poops. One thing I have a lot of trouble asking volunteers to do, because a lot of them just say, no, I don't want to do that. That's where I draw the line, is refill these things. A lot of people really don't want to put on the boots and go out here and just dump that out and refill it. But it's very, very important, so I try to get them to. But it looks like Queen is missing now, so I'm going to go find her and give her this little bone. Queep! Queep! Sit! 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 Yes, good girl. She likes to go to the neighbor's place, which is a business, and she kind of goes over there and runs and talks to everybody. Also, guys, obviously these are what you call meat birds. So much like the broiler chicks that we raised and took care of for about 6-7 months before they naturally passed away. These guys are very similar. They're going to eat themselves to death, basically. I've been keeping them on a pretty decent diet. Queen's my little partner in crime, my little cute, little adorable little partner in crime, my daughter. Nothing like taking your dog out to go plant a commemorative poop garden for your friend John, who helped you with here we are, Queen, the pooping grounds. A little chair here too, because I like to watch sometimes. I'm gonna start by planting all these beans that I got here, these pinto beans. Here we go. This is really nice. Take a look at this, guys. Take a look at this. I'm just gonna scatter these beans over every one of these little holes. Some of them over here near the base of these poles, because these beans, I think, are vines. I think they like to climb. This is going to be the commemorative John garden. The John garden. Everybody comment, thanks, John, for helping us create this amazing commemorative garden in your name. Queen, would you like to help out with the commemorative John garden? We're just going to go ahead and dig some little holes here and plant some of these potatoes now. The nice thing about all these holes is that they're pre-dug for me. It makes it so much easier, you know. There we go. There's a nice sweet potato. Thank you, John. We love you. We appreciate you. Let's about y'all go in the comments right now and say, hey, John, thanks so much for digging all these standard regulation size poop holes. Even though Uncle Ben said multiple times, you're more than welcome to go inside and use the bathroom, which is nice. We have good plumbing. But things ended up working out really well because now we have a bunch of nice pre-dug holes, which are really easy for me to get in the ground, even though I have a broken hand. Again, if you could all comment, John, thanks so much for going and digging all these defecation holes. They're really great natural fertilizer so that we can get our little potato garden started in the back of the property. There we go. That's the last potato. Just gonna bury him with the rest of these pinto beans. And I guess we'll head over now to pick Poggers up from being neutered. We'll leave that there for when John inevitably comes back and decides to poop in the hole again. Oh, mushroom. Don't mind if I do. Look at this adorable little girl with her big droopy eye. Whoa, is that Shrek? Here it is, guys, the back field. It's very, very nice and beautiful now. What's great is if the baby over there, who I can see him, I don't know if you can see him, he's peeking over here, you see him? If the baby or any of those other animals did get out, we know they wouldn't go that far. They would definitely go out here before they went onto the road. This is all really good food. I don't know what this is. Is this hay? Is this wheat? What is this, you guys? I'm gonna be respectful and not trample on it too much. Queen, you should do the same. Queep, queep. Yay, good girl. Good girl. Who wants a little treat, a little bone for you, a little milk bone? But this looks beautiful, you guys. It's great. It really provides a huge buffer. Even when we finish this fencing, if the animals did dig out and get out here somewhere, they wouldn't go far. Same thing happens with ostriches. That's what Ning and her husband said to me. Anytime their ostrich would somehow get out, if it got spooked and rolled over the fence or something, then it would just stay on the other side of the fence and wait for them to let it back in. Biggest issue would be them going onto the main road over there, and that's why I set up that nice fence over the front. But there's plenty of good forage I've been growing here for the spring whenever we do let these guys out here. And this nice fertilized ashy area that we had our big bonfire at is going to be perfect for the new pumpkin farm. Tons and tons of fertilizer here. You can see a lot of like the bigger leafier plants coming in here as opposed to the normal grass. Okay, that's it guys. Tubs are full or being filled up. Queen's back where she belongs. All the other animals are back in here. I'm gonna clean up the rest of this trash later. I can't find Poppy anywhere, but I know she lives in this barn. And very comfortably, mind you. But yeah, we need volunteers now more than ever, guys. We're getting things set up and I can't, this took me way too long just to do those normal chores. You live in the Central Texas area, please come out. We'd love you. We appreciate you. I'm gonna take a shower and then this video is gonna be ended with us showing Poggers without balls. We're gonna get a nice new shot of Poggers minus his balls. Okay, I've cleaned most of the porch and the backyard area. The mural's starting to look pretty good. Pretty soon we'll have some good stuff on there. Ran a hose out to the little greenhouse, as you can see. We had just enough hoses to get to all the watering stations back there and everything in here. I got some shelving set up in here, so we're ready to start doing our little pumpkin nursery. It's gonna be really, really fun. Now that we have water running out here, should be a piece of cake. And those are the beehives that I got. I have a class to brush up on beekeeping scheduled pretty soon, and that should be all set up come April. But I went ahead and cleaned out this whole area. I picked up all the nasty stuff and threw it away. Planted all that old rotten vegetables back there in John's poop garden. You guys remember that? I now have a waterer for all of this grass and then also something to spray some water into this back area because a lot of these ducks will get lost out here. And I could always just keep taking them and bringing them back in, but it would be nice just to give them some water here just in case. All the animals like to explore this whole area, which is totally fine. You know, this is more than enough space for them. They're not going to run off. It's nice to be able to have some water on both sides. This is my temporary watering setup. It's pretty hodgepodge. It's basically everything that we had in Austin, minus I think 1 or 2 connections. Turns out these are mostly duck eggs, but there are some little chicken eggs in there with them as well. This adorable little mama has taken up residence here. She's nesting, so we're just gonna go ahead and let her do her thing. I don't think a lot of them are gonna hatch, and that's okay. We will not start harvesting, selling, or incubating any eggs until we are completely set up and my hand is not broken and all that. You know, that's a lot of more work for me to be doing. But it is a good way for us to raise a little bit of money for the rest of the rescue. Even though the whole point is to rescue, rehome, especially these little injured boys here. They got a little Bing Bong with a little malnourished neck from his previous owner, and an Angel Wing with her little malnourished Angel Wing from her previous owner. Most of these other ducks have been abandoned or dropped off at some point somewhere. But that's it, you guys. I'm off to go rescue Poggers from the Humane Society because, like I said, he ran away and he's dumb. They have to force neuter him now because it's a city ordinance that all your animals have to be neutered. And I've been meaning to do it for Poggers for a while, but I've been waiting until I got to Waco to establish a relationship with a vet. Super dumb dog. Look at this dumb little boy. We got some painkillers, boy. Look at this little silly goofy man with his little tiny coat. I did miss this little boy a lot. All right, guys, that's it. Thanks so much for watching my videos. I love you. I appreciate you. Oh, I almost forgot to tell you.